Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, with my co-host, Stephanie Blue and True Dancona. What's up, Boo?
Still haven't gotten the Yolanda part down, man. We are gonna listen. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna try to make it happen. But I'm already grumpy, so don't make it worse. So let's see how this goes.
All right, let's keep it somewhere neutral.
Well, hey, neutral. I'm gonna keep the grumps to a 5.
All right, I can deal with the boo at a 5. That's okay. I remember when I was single back in the day, and I remember asking some friends well, how much personality should I give when I go out? And they said, Alan at a 6. That's kind of, no. I'm usually a 10. They're like,
no. Like 10% is what I meant.
10% of me? That would be.
You're very boisterous. So a 10, I feel like would be like a normal date.
A 10%.
Yeah.
Cool.
Your 10% is better than other people's 100%, is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. I will take the compliment. Stephanie, you've been cracking those Blue and True Bud Lights since before the show started. Are you working with something for the show?
I am. Also, just letting everyone know, I just opened my second. I'm not 60. I just opened my second. Listen, I had a week.
I also had a week. It started with a Monday, ended with actually Friday,
Well, I had a shit week. So when Friday came and I had a half hour in between finishing work and taping this, I was like, I'm going to drink a beer before and maybe 2 beers before. So don't judge me. I mean, you can. I don't care, though.
What are you drinking right now?
Bud Light!
Yay, Bud Light!
Bud Light. Blue and True.
You are Blue and True. I am kind of repping very similar colors because this is another listener-dedicated beer to the show.
Yay!
Coming straight from Orchard Street. There is a bar down there called Boys Don't Cry, and it has this lovely Pilsner, blue and white, and I think it's just called Boys, is the house beer or something, and this was dedicated by my roommate, soon-to-be ex-roommate, just for a little bit. The only concerning thing, the only concerning thing is that it's dated June the 3rd, 2020. So I hope that's still good.
Well, I mean, it means how long it's in a can, so the shelf life is much longer if it's in a can than a bottle. It's only June, July, okay, it's not even 4 months. It's 4 months.
All right, if I die before the end of this taping, call my mother, okay?
I'm gonna call your mom and be like, hey man, that thing you thought that was gonna happen, it did.
Yeah. All right, well, I got stories about this, but let's crack these beers and get going.
Oh, wait, I have an actual beer, though.
Oh!
I thought you were just calling me out for also pre-gaming with Bud Light.
Oh, no, I thought you were rolling Blue and True for the show.
No, I was pre-rolling.
All right.
I bought adult beer. I bought this because of the can art. It is called Certain Things.
Ooh, that's really pretty. It kind of looks like a road going straight.
Yes,
that's nice.
So many colors. It's called Certain Things Pilsner by Mast Landing Brewing Company, which is in a state. Oh, it's in Maine, the Vegas of the North.
Otis, Maine.
Otis, Maine, Vegas of the North. So I bought this because it was super, super pretty to look at.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. I would put that painting on my wall. I think that's really cool looking.
Well, I mean, luckily I saved all the beer labels, and I'm making a collage out of them that I'm currently working on.
Oh, like an AIDS quilt.
Yes, less charitable, and made strictly out of beer.
Hey, if we become something one day, your collage may make more money than the AIDS quilt did.
I guarantee you it will, because all the other pieces I've made so far have sold to myself. They look great.
No, I meant it would make more than the actual AIDS quilt did, although I don't know how much money that ever raised.
Was it like one quilt?
I actually don't know. I just kind of remember doing something.
You can't bring up a topic and then not have the stuff behind it. Everyone's going to be like, those morons.
It's called Bro Science, and basically all I ever do is bring up topics and then just kind of figure it out as we go.
I've noticed. I've been friends with you long enough that I get half a topic. All right, let's crack it.
Release the Kraken.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Cheers, babe.
That's delightful.
Pilsner. Okay.
Pilsner. You don't usually drink the Pilsners.
It's one of my least favorite types of beers. It just, usually they taste too much like Miller Lite for me, and then it reminds me of like terrible college beer pong days, although I was
Gross.
awesome back then too.
All right.
But
I
like,
don't know if you qualify as awesome anymore. I mean, we don't play you that often, so.
that's not actually, that is how that works, because in tennis, like if Serena Williams doesn't play in a tournament and then she comes back for the Grand Slam
Yes.
after that, she
Right.
generally has a terrible ranking, which
Yeah.
is why you've typically seen Serena like in the finals as a 16 seed just rolling bitches because she didn't play the one previous one. It doesn't mean she got worse. So yeah, actually that is how that would work. Although who is playing beer pong right now to maintain their rankings?
No, we should start it. We should start a league. We have nothing else to do. Only people that have rooftops can join. And then every week it's a revolving location. And we play with cups of water and masks with straws underneath. Like little sippy cups.
I think we can figure something out. That sounds like a good idea.
All right, it is a good idea. I know it is.
So the reason I wanted to bring up this beer, which I think is just called Boys Pilsner.
Boys. Yeah.
Also, maybe you're noticing my shirt that I'm wearing.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtle shirts.
Donatello.
Donatello, very good. Anybody who's not watching this, YouTube, go to Booze Your Daddy. We have our own channel. We put all the episodes up there, plus some bonus clips
It's
that you don't get.
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. You get to see the artwork that Stephanie and I both draw for the episodes. But today's theme is going to be kind of superhero. Today's theme is going to be superheroes.
I was so confused because I was like, I'm so dumb. I don't know what that is. And he just screwed it up, so it's better. Go on, superheroes.
Specifically because using the name of my beer, Boys,
Yes.
it has just become aware to me that there are people out there that are not watching the show The Boys, which is on Amazon.
Yeah, that's.
I know you don't watch as much TV, but
Yeah.
there's like some of my guy friends, they're like, I'll get to it when I get to it. This is a public service announcement. It is one of the best shows of the year.
What is it about? Amazon keeps telling me to watch it.
As you should. So this is the second season of The Boys, and what Amazon does is they release the episodes one at a time, which is kind of
Boo.
boo in a good way or boo in a bad way? Because you're my
the
boo.
other kind of boo.
The other kind of
I'm
boo.
a boo. That one's boo.
Exactly. It is the second season. They release them one at a time, which is very annoying. So I was waiting for the episodes to finish. That way I could just crush this season, and it's fantastic. What is the show? The easiest way of explaining it to people is it's a superhero show set in the year 2020, which is actually, they reference that in this season, where the superheroes kind of function like employees of a company. And there's this one company where they hire them, and there's the 7 most important ones, and they get rented out almost to do charitable events and homeland defense. And there's a lot of financial aspects to this, kind of like government and Department of Defense type aspects. And then the stock is publicly traded. Here's the catch. The 7, as they're called, the 7 are bad guys. Like most of them are kind of bad dudes. So the 7, which is actually bad guys, a couple of them I guess are good, but they all have their flaws, whether it be drugs or sex or killing people on the side.
I love all of those things.
Right. It's really good. The acting is good. It also features one of my crushes of all crushes, Ms.
Kristen Bell?
No, my OG crush, Elizabeth Shue.
Oh, I totally forgot about Elizabeth.
Oh
Shue.
my God. She only gets better with age, but Elizabeth Shue in the movie The Saint is like my number one. Above Kristen Bell, above James Marsden.
Whoa. That's some. I never thought you would say anybody above Kristen Bell. I really didn't.
We'll talk about that another day. But this show is fantastic, and anybody who's watched it is like, yeah, it's great. And they're doing reviews on podcasts and on the internet. And it's so good. And I don't know why people aren't watching this goddamn show.
Because it's the pandemic, and it's not that it's not a good show. It's that people have nothing to do. So the competition for available time slot, where it used to be everyone was like dedicated to a couple shows. Like you were trying to eat yourself in. Now there are basically 5 billion different things we have time to watch. And if you start binging one thing, I'm just finishing Amazing Race, and it was 30 seasons, and I have 4 left. I think there's so much chance to binge that people are just going straight through what they got. and they're picking up things that have numerous seasons.
Okay.
Something brand new.
Well, people are crazy. Best show since Game of Thrones. Just getting that out there.
All right. How about this? I'll watch one this weekend.
Watch the first episode, and if 30 minutes you're not in, turn it off. But I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
You know what? I'll watch it, and I'm not even lying. Because sometimes I tell my therapist I'm going to do things. Like, I'll do that this weekend. I told her yes to about 1,000 things. She's going to be sure as fuck surprised on Wednesday. Like, I forgot every single thing. / I ignored all of it and drank Bud Light.
So the superhero theme reminded me of something that happened back in the day. So when, I've been in the New York area for about 11 years or so, almost 12. I did have a little stint in Hoboken, obviously, as you know.
You did have the Hoboken.
When I was there, I made friends with a couple of people through friends and whatever. And as I was just getting into this new friend group, bunch of really nice people, we went to a trivia night at the local bar right on the corner there, Hotel Victor. It's changed a million times. Not Texas, Arizona.
I have to insert something. Professor Tom's, where we've played trivia numerous times.
Worst trivia in the city. Good riddance.
You know what, Alan? We've had many a nice night there.
Their trivia was harder than the SATs. It was insane. Also, that's like a Boston bar, right?
Ew, but who cares? It was trivia. We spent all our trivia nights we've done. We've spent the most there, and it closed, and that's sad.
No, are you thinking of?
Yes.
Are you thinking of Finnerty's, which is like 2 doors down from that? That's where we did most of our trivias.
We did more at Finnerty's. Oh, we did do more at Finnerty's. All right, I'm less sad. Okay, I'm less. I get them. Why? They're
the same bars. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
One's the same thing.
San Francisco bar. The other one's Boston.
Okay. All right. Continue. I'm sorry that you don't care about local business.
New York City is slowly sinking right now. I'm not going to say it's dying and things are so terrible. Like, things are not good here.
I know. Everyone's doing drugs. Nobody has jobs. Everyone's homeless. Everyone's killing each other. I can afford a bigger apartment, so right there, shit's going down.
Wow. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Our pets' heads are just rolling down the streets. Babies are taking over entire neighborhoods. Rebel scooters are back. People are dying already. It's only been like 2 weeks since they've been back.
I get so much business as a physical therapist from the scooters and the motorcycles. Like, I would never ride any of that stuff in the city here. Never.
It's ridiculous. As someone that has a car, I don't use it very much. Yeah. But it's not driving around here. I feel like between scooters and bikes, and we have more bike lanes, so it does get better. It is better, but I feel like driving in my at least direct neighborhood, it's not driving. It's hoping to God you don't hit somebody on a bike. That's it. It's just don't hit anybody today.
One of my first patients when I came to the city came into the clinic with his collarbone like 4 inches above his shoulder. And he goes, I fell off my bike the other day. Do you think it's broke? I'm like, dude, go to the hospital.
Oh, no. He didn't even go to the hospital first?
It was one of those, he had bad insurance / he was he was like 22 years old. He's like, I think it's just a sprain, right? I'm like, you need surgery, sir.
I need a Band-Aid, I think, sir.
Yeah, right. Just rub a little dirt on it. You'll be okay.
We're so old and crotchety now.
So, at this game night, at this trivia night in Hoboken years ago with these new friends, we had a team. I mean, it might have been like 12 people. It was everybody invited a couple of people, and it was my first time really hanging out with these guys and some girls. And, we just sat down. There were no rules on it, so we decided, all right, we'll have fun. We'll be casual. And the announcers doing their things, and somehow I was the person writing down the answers. I mean, I'm a little type A. I like to be in charge.
No.
But I treaded very lightly with these people. I was very like, oh, what do you guys think? What you guys? I was trying to not be like, you're an idiot, you're right.
You're an idiot, you suck, I hate you. I need to make friends.
So they were going through the questions and whatever, and then we got to one question, and here it was.
Okay.
1,000 college men were polled. If they could have any superpower, what would it be? So the guy sitting next to me goes, it's flying. And I said, okay, his name's Dan. I said, okay. And the next person, what do you think? He goes, it doesn't matter what they think. The answer's flying, write down flying. I said, well, we have a big group here. Let's take a poll of us and we'll see what we like the best. Because personally, I thought invisibility. That's always what mine.
So I was going to go with invisibility first or flying. or the ability to look through women's shirts.
So
Is that a thing that 8-year-old boys don't have?
Well, it was college men. But anyways, so I go around and I'm asking everybody, and he's like, Alan, write down flying. Like, I've asked people, it's flying. I said, Dan, how sure are you? He goes, 100% sure. Now, Stephanie, in my life, when people say they are 100% sure of something, I like to make this very interesting, because if you say 99, I will take a step back. That gives you some error.
Yes.
When somebody says 100% sure, I said, 100% sure? He goes, yup. I said, okay, well, if you're wrong, then what? He goes, whatever you want. I said, I said, if you're wrong, I get to kick you in the dick. And he says,
what?
He says,
okay.
He said, and you have to put up nothing. I said, right. I'm not saying how sure I am. He goes,
yeah,
done. I was like, well, this feels great.
I was going to say the punishment should be nut punch or a boot punch.
Not the same things. A nut punch is way worse.
I didn't say they were the same. Huh?
A nut punch is way worse.
I understand that. All right, then a vagina punch. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that's somewhat close as a woman. I don't know. You should kill a woman. There you go. Kick a man in the balls.
That is the same thing.
Well, you said a tit punch is the same. Get a kick in the balls, murder a woman.
It's true. Men are such babies, though, when it comes to that we think that nothing compares. The only thing that compares for a woman is just dying.
It's just straight up death. That's the only thing like it. Okay, so he did 1,000% agreed to let you touch his balls.
I did. That is not what it was. It was not touching his balls. It was kicking him in the nuts. But anyway.
Oh, kicking him. I thought you said punch him in the balls.
That's still not the same as touching somebody in the balls.
Yeah, but generally, if you're using your hand is touching his burls. I didn't say grabbing and caressing.
Oh my God.
Anyways, you're about to touch his balls. Go.
And finally, at the end of it, they go ahead and they say 1,000 college men were polled, and the answer most on the board was Stephanie D'Ancona. What? X-ray vision was the number one answer. Yes, and your head was exactly right with you think of the boys, all they want to do is look and see boobies, and that's exactly what it was.
I hope everybody knows that we had 99.9% of the time we have no idea what's coming out of the other one's mouth. I cannot believe that just happened.
Yeah, you had no idea what this episode was even going to be about. This was
but I think that's so odd that I think like an 8-year-old boy. That's amazing.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, and I just turn and look at him, and he gives me this look of, please don't kick me in the dick. Like, please don't do it. And of course, I then went with the How I Met Your Mother Slapsgiving, where I just looked at him and said, all right, I won't do it today, but I don't know when it's going to happen.
Oh, it's
and
the worst.
The next, 2 or 3 times I saw him, he would just look at me and be like, hey, Alan, how's it going? You're not kicking me in the dick today, right? I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe. Did you ever end up touching his balls?
No. So this guy who I had met a couple years before, I put my foot in my mouth maybe as bad as I ever had. Like, ever. And
ever?
Yeah, this is probably the worst thing I've ever said, and I'm even embarrassed.
First of all, we have enough listeners that can back this one up. So let's see what you got.
Yeah, nobody listens to this that was there, but I'll just tell you that I regret what I said. I will never make this mistake again. I was trying to be shock value, hyperbolic, just typical Alan. I mean, this story is from 8-9 years ago. Anyway, I went to a St. Patrick's Day in Hoboken at this other guy, his name's John's house, and we're hanging out, and it's St. Patrick's Day, and there's green beer and green Rice Krispies and all these, it's St. Patty's Day, right? And then this guy kind of comes in, and I'm like 3 sheets to the wind at this point, and he walks in, and he starts making a cute little gin and tonic. He's just like, look, making my gin and tonic. And now I hate gin and tonics.
So
but also, everything about what he was doing just really annoyed me. He had those, hard glass little bottles of... I hated him. I hated him so much.
St. Patrick's Day in Hoboken.
Right.
Might as well be drinking out of a sewer.
Oh, yeah. Well, it used to be the Leprechaun, and then before that, it was Hoboken St. Patrick's Day, which was always a week before, where... I tell you, high comedy is going on to the police blotter for those days and just reading.
I couldn't even imagine.
Well, Their big thing was $2,000 fines for drunken publicness or public urination.
Yeah. Oh, so not like Germany where you and Mike could pee on everything.
Everywhere. And sure enough, they would catch 30 plus kids doing it
Of course.
every time. Anyway, we're in this room in the kitchen. It was a very small kitchen, and he starts making this, and I'm just half drunk. And I just looked at him and I said, "Do you know how much I hate gin and tonics?" And he was like, "No. How much do you hate them?" He was so bubbly, and I said,
Yeah.
"I think I'd rather have cancer than have a gin and tonic."
Oh.
And it was really bad, but at the same time, behind him was another person going, "His dad just died of cancer a month ago." And I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And I just kind of pretended so he ignored me. I thought maybe he didn't hear me. And forever and ever, I just was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to have to apologize for that one day." Because I felt so bad. I mean, it just came out. Like, I get what I said was terrible. I get it.
Yes.
I'm admitting I was not perfect.
I mean, it's horrible.
Yeah. Same kid. We're sitting around one time. Now, the UFC has since modified their schedules to where if they're doing an event in Seoul, South Korea, they'll just make the 4 a.m. there so we get it at a normal time.
Right.
Or they'll do make it late enough there that it's the morning time for us. And they make these modifications. But at one point, they weren't doing that. They were doing time-delayed UFCs. So in theory, you could find out the results. But then they would do is they'd show it to us at 8 o'clock. And I went over to his kid.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, I went to this kid John's house, and this guy Dan is sitting right next to me, and we're all three of us sitting on a couch, and the two of them start, smoking or whatever, and I wasn't into that. And I'm just kind of sitting there, and then next thing you know, we're watching, and it's like the first or second fight of the night, and it's just his eyes are barely open, and he turns over and he looks at me, and I'm thinking, I kind of give him this, out of my eyes, like, hey, buddy, how's it going? Like, what's up?
Man. Hey, friend.
I thought this was he was just going to slap me in the face for what I said years before,
absolutely.
And he just goes, "What the fuck, man?" And I was like, what the fuck? What's going on, buddy? And he goes, "Did you just see what it said on the bottom line fight?" I said, "No." He goes, "They just posted all the results for the fight that are about to happen." He goes, "I know the main event. I know everything right now." So Fox Sports 1 ruined the whole thing by basically the bottom line was just telling you what was going to happen.
It was just telling you what happened. Oh, that's horrible. But he didn't bring up the fact that you were a complete douche.
And I also never kicked him in the balls, so we're kind of even.
You didn't? Wait, he was also the guy that you were supposed to kick in the balls?
Same guy, same 3 stories.
Oh my God. Listen, the cancer one, it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Shit happens.
Yeah, it was wrong. I felt really bad. And one of my buddies, Craig, and another friend, Mike, we were out one night, and I told them that story a year later. And then they go, "Dude, never make cancer jokes." And I since have never, and I will never, and it's not funny. Yeah. And they said, next time just say tinfoil, chewing on tinfoil. That is the worst thing in the world. I was like, chewing on tinfoil is pretty horrible.
Why? Is that bad?
I dare you. I double dare you. Get a little piece of tinfoil. Just give it a little nibble, and it is it'll
I literally have tinfoil over there.
Don't do it, Stephanie. It's horrible.
All right, I'll do it on the show next time.
You've never done that before where you get a Nestle Crunch and you take a bite and accidentally get some of the paper, the foil?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But that's not even real tinfoil. It's like tinfoil paper. Okay. Anyways, you're right. Tinfoil worse than cancer.
Yes. Maybe that's why I'm realizing this, and maybe this is a therapy session. Maybe that's why I go so hard in the paint for the No Shave November and try to make so much cancer awareness because I'm trying to make amends for what I did.
It's your cleansing of your soul. I can't wait until it's Movember.
We're getting close.
I know. You look so good with a porn stash.
Thanks. Said nobody ever.
Thanks. What? I just said it. I'm the only one that matters.
Stephanie.
Yes. I'm ready. What are we doing?
Are you ready for some trivia?
I'm ready for some trivia.
Keeping up with the superhero heroes episode type of theme, I have a fun one for you. That's easy enough, okay?
Okay, easy enough. That has to do with superheroes.
Yes. What I am going to do is we're going to stay in the Batman universe just to make things a little easier.
I'm ready.
You got a chance, and I'll help you. I am going to give you the name of the character.
Yeah.
I will even give you an actor who played them in the movie if you need that. And you just have to tell me who the superhero / villain was in the Batman universe. So, for example, if I said Bruce Wayne, you would say...
Yeah. Superman. Batman.
Oh, jeez. This is going to be a rough one. That was the gimme.
No. Now that I thought of it, once you made that face, I was like, oh, duh. So, Batman.
Got it. Okay, so that's the example. That's it. And you don't even have to write it down. We're just going to go one at a time.
Oh, okay.
And
All
go
right.
through.
I still think this is a disaster waiting to happen.
All
but
right.
let's do it. I love disasters.
Question number 1. Dick Grayson. So who was the hero or villain that would their, I don't know what you say, their character name, their alter ego. In the movie, it was Chris O'Donnell.
Robin?
Robin is correct. Yes, that was Robin. Good job.
Okay.
All right, we got one.
I remember because I think that was the one that George Clooney was in.
I believe no.
No?
I think maybe those two were in together, but Batman and Robin, or I think it was Batman Forever, was the third movie, and that was with Val Kilmer. Is when
got it. All right, so I got one.
You got one.
Yeah.
Let's do now Harvey Dent.
Give me something else.
Harvey Dent was played by Tommy Lee Jones in the movie we just talked about, and then it was played by, I think his name is Aaron Eckhart. Yeah. He was a lawyer who was prosecuting one of the criminals.
The Penguin.
No. So there was two different origins in the two different movies. So one of them, there was a fire, which caused him to have his deformity. The other one was somebody threw some acid.
Two-Face.
Two-Face is
Two-Face.
Correct. Very good. Yeah, he put the chart up and it covered half of his face. All right, Two-Face. So you got it. Question number 3. Edward Nygma. Edward Nygma, abbreviated to Enigma, was played by Jim Carrey. And then the upcoming movie next year, or they may have pushed it a year, is going to be played by Paul Dano.
The Joker. The Joker? Is that what he was called in the show? No. Something with the Ivy, with the green guy.
No, so that's Poison Ivy.
The one where he's played... I know exactly. I can see him right now. He's got bright red hair in it too, and a green onesie.
And he was always asking questions, like questions.
Yeah, the Riddler. The
Riddler. You got it. Very good.
Got it. All I can see is him with Charlie's, one green onesie on. the original Green Man.
He is the original Green Man. Question number 4. Selina Kyle. Selina Kyle. Selina Kyle in the original Batman was played by Michelle Pfeiffer, and in the one coming up is going to be played by Zoe Kravitz. Leather suit and a whip.
Catwoman?
Catwoman is correct.
She was Catwoman?
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She used to be super hot. She was hot.
Michelle Pfeiffer or Zoe Kravitz?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
I still would. I'd still give her. I'd give her.
Get it? I didn't say no. I just remember being like, oh, she's really hot.
Wow.
All right, 4 for 4. Although I get, it's.
Are we calling this 4 for 4? I just thought we just would kind of get rid of the point system.
I said 4 for 4, but not really. We're going for doing fine right now.
All right, and the last one, which is a harder one. That's what she said.
That's what you said it before I could say it.
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon. She sounds like an old lady.
No.
Her name's Barbara.
She was young.
Barbara. Okay, give me some more.
She was played by Alicia Silverstone in one of the movies.
Oh shit! I thought she was Catwoman.
No.
Give me something else. I need a letter or something because I can see it.
So Alicia Silverstone played Barbara Gordon in Batman. James Gordon was her father, and James Gordon is the commissioner that Batman's always sending. They send the signal up, so he's the
Batgirl.
Batgirl is correct. 70.
That's a thing. Yeah, hey, 500% right. You only get to coach me 99% of the way through.
I had a feeling
was fun.
This was going to be one of those that you were just like, get this shit out of here, or like, I have no idea.
Yes. Well, if you didn't, then I would have just been like, Alan, you've never met me before. But that was enjoyable, and I can tell that you spent time on it, so that's fun. and I'm amazing at everything I do. I mean, it's clear because I've got all of them right with no help whatsoever. 0 clues. 100% of the information came from my own brain.
Sarcasm is the lowest
Good
form
job,
of humor.
Boo.
There you go.
No, it's not. Listen, then I'm fucked.
Like they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. It's like sarcasm is the lowest form of humor. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they do. So I'm bottom of the barrel, but I'm okay with that.
You're number 1 in my book, Boo.
Number 1. All right, Boo. Thank you for that trivia. Thank you for also, I like that you're always, equal opportunity. You give me a lot of things that would be like the textbook boys category, but you don't. I enjoy that. I don't know them most of the time, but I enjoy it.
That's okay. And I think our listeners will have fun with that one. Some people, again, are going to know it right away. Other people,
yes, they will.
Some people are going to need your clues to help them get it. I just thought this was a good category because Halloween is coming up. So if anybody needs costumes, there's 5 good ideas.
There you go. 5 good ideas. Don't buy costumes. You're going to be stuck inside anyways. Put on a garbage bag and then use a different garbage bag and make goggles out of it. And right there, Batman. Done.
Batgirl.
Batgirl. Does she have a song?
I don't think anybody has a song except for Batman.
What a dick.
Also, what just kind of dawned is, remember like in my song where it was boom, pow, exploda? That's kind of like Batman.
Yes.
I always imagine.
Yeah, it is.
Boom, pow, exploda, Stephanie D'Ancona.
Yes. Stephanie D'Ancona. Boom, pow, exploda.
All right, Boo. Well, that wraps up another episode. I had a great time with you. Everybody, make sure you're downloading our episodes, subscribing, give us a like, follow us on Instagram, Boo's Your Daddy. Boo?
BOOSYOURDADDY.
Love it. Every episode's coming out every Wednesday, every Saturday. Daddy loves you.
Boo loves you. Boo out.